गजवदन शरणन माता, जय 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 निर्मल माता। जय गजवदन शरणन माता, जय 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 निर्मल माता। दान दान की सुंदर प्रतिमा, दान दान की सुंदर प्रतिमा, बलिहारिणी शुभ संदेश की। जय जय जननी श्री गणेश की, जय जय जननी श्री गणेश की। जय आदिशक्ति माता निर्मला, जय 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 भक्तवत्सला। जय आदिशक्ति माता निर्मला, जय 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 भक्तवत्सला। भक्तिदान दो भक्ति गम्या, भक्तिदान दो भक्ति गम्या। करिए कृपा निर्मल गणेश की। जय जय जननी श्री गणेश की, जय जय जननी श्री गणेश की। हे जगदम्बे माता भवानी, शुद्ध विद्या तव चरण जानी। हे जगदम्बे माता भवानी, शुद्ध विद्या तव चरण जानी। मोक्षदान दे मोक्ष प्रदायिनी, मोक्षदान दे मोक्ष प्रदायिनी। बुद्धि विनाशिनी भव कलेश की। जय जय जननी श्री गणेश की, जय जय जननी श्री गणेश की। सविनय विनती सुनिए हमारी, माँ निर्मल भोली अति प्यारी। सविनय विनती सुनिए हमारी, माँ निर्मल भोली अति प्यारी। मन अंतर में ज्योति जला दे, मन अंतर में ज्योति जला दे। चंदनी भाज्योति निमेष की। जय जय जननी श्री गणेश की, जय जय जननी श्री गणेश की। प्रतिभा परमेश्वर परेश की, प्रतिभा परमेश्वर परेश की। जय जय जननी श्री गणेश की, जय जय जननी, जय जय जननी, जय जय जननी श्री गणेश की।
जय जय बोलो, 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 जय 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 बोलो, 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 जय जय बोलो 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 निर्मल गणेश जय जय बोलो शिवनंदन की जय जय बोलो अष्टविनायकी श्री माता जी निर्मला देवी जय जय बोलो निर्मल गणेश जय जय बोलो शिवनंदन की जय जय बोलो अष्टविनायकी श्री माता जी निर्मला देवी
Jai Shri Mataji. Let us all settle down. As we sit in front of Shri Mataji, both of our hands towards Shri Mataji, and with the complete recognition in our heart that we are really sitting in front of Shri Mataji and not just a photograph. As we look at Shri Mataji, let us allow the vibrations that are coming from Shri Mataji to come on our hands. Let us try to absorb these vibrations, bring our attention on these vibrations on our fingertips. Let us also slowly surrender everything that our heart, brain, or attention are doing or being involved in. Let us begin with a prayer in our hearts. Shri Mataji, please bless us all so that we can feel your presence, your Nirakar presence in our Sahasrara, in our hearts, in our nerves. Shri Mataji, we surrender all our ego, conditionings, fears, thoughts, all our ideas, all our force, doer feelings, all feelings of over-responsibility at your divine lotus feet. Shri Mataji, verily you are the doer and the enjoyer. We do nothing. Please let us feel that reality. As we slowly start to calm down inside, we'll feel that our attention becomes more stable and we can feel more vibrations coming inside on our hands, through our nerves, beginning from our fingertips, coming towards our fingers, and from there towards our palms, from there towards our wrists. Shri Mataji, please awaken the capacity within us to absorb these divine vibrations of yours. Shri Mataji, please cleanse us by these vibrations. Please purify us. Let us slowly close our eyes, bring our attention on our hands. See if we can feel these vibrations coming inside. If any thoughts are coming, let us say, Neti Neti, or not this. A very powerful mantra. Basically, very simple words, but because Shri Mataji has mentioned them so many times, we see that these words have become a mantra. They will do what they are intended to do. So as soon as we get any thought, let us not fight with it. Let us not try to suppress it. But let us just say with full faith in our heart, Neti Neti, or not this, or I forgive. And let us see if our attention comes into the present on Shri Mataji. with any worries, with any overwhelming feelings. We cannot meditate. So let us keep all of this weight aside and surrender ourselves to Shrimataji. So we can get the ability, we can get that power to deal with the situations that we have to deal with. Shrimataji, please bless us all with the joy of our spirit. Let us very slowly now collectively raise our Kundalini and take Bandhan with the vibrations that we are feeling on our hands. Let us do this collectively in a rhythm, as Sri Mataji says. Let us raise our Kundalini for the first time, bringing our attention across the central channel, around the right hand going around the left. Let us bring our attention upwards, along with the Kundalini. Let us put our head back and tie one knot. We can also desire in our heart while raising our Kundalini that Sri Mataji, please allow our Mother Kundalini to rise. Let us raise our Kundalini for the second time, without any rush, keeping our attention on vibrations. Let us put our head back and tie two knots. Then third time. Let's put our head back, tie three knots. And take a break for 15 seconds. And see if we can feel the threads of our Mother Kundalini coming up, the vibrations in our hands increasing. If we do this with any rush, we will not feel anything. It will just be a mechanical action. Let us now take Bandhan. Our right hand goes from the left, from above our head, comes to the right, and then goes back to the left from above our head. Let us put our entire being in this Bandhan of Sri Mataji. We are making this armor of vibrations around us. Let us do this without any rush, with a prayer in our heart. Sri Mataji, please keep us in your divine protection. Let us once again see on our hands if we can feel an increase and flow of vibrations, the movement on our hands. Let us now keep our right hand on our heart. Let us take our attention inside of our heart, on our spirit. Our left hand is towards Sri Mataji, right hand on our heart. Let us say here in our heart, Sri Mataji, by your grace, I am the pure spirit. Sri Mataji, I'm not this body. I'm not this mind. I'm not the name that I have, the position, emotions, and thoughts that come with it. I'm not fear. I'm not conditionings. But I am the pure being, the pure spirit. Sri Mataji, it is only by your grace that we have come to know our real identity. Sri Mataji, Please bless us with our complete self-realization. Srimataji, please awaken our spirit in our heart. Please let us be in our heart. Srimataji, please let me feel myself in my heart. Srimataji, please awaken the innocence of Sri Ganesha in my heart, so I can love everybody equally, so that I can have the pure love and forgiveness for everybody equally. Srimataji, please take away all attachments from my heart that I have towards others and others have towards me. Srimataji, in reality, I am only attached to you. Srimataji, verily you are my mother and you are my father. Please let us feel you in our heart. Let us now keep our right hand on our Sahasrara, the center of our palm on our Sahasrara. Our fingers separated and stretched out towards the sky. Let us put some pressure with our right hand, bow down our head with complete humility, press down and then slowly move the scalp clockwise. Let us now take our complete attention where we have kept our hand. Let us not allow any thought or anybody to come in between us and Srimataji. With all our intensity, let us pray here. Srimataji, verily you are the queen of our Sahasrara. Srimataji, verily you are Sri Adi Shakti. Srimataji, please open our Sahasrara completely. Srimataji, please come into our Sahasrara. Please reside in our Sahasrara. Srimataji, please take us all beyond this body and everything that is attached to this body. Let us very slowly raise our right hand, couple of inches above our head, away from our head. And without putting any pressure on our forehead, eyes or eyebrows, let us just observe if we can feel the cool or warm breeze coming out of our head towards the right hand or just spreading on top of our head. If we can feel the cool on our right hand, let us try to raise our right hand as high as we can feel it. Let us try to fix our attention at that height and take our right hand back. Let us now try to sit straight as much as we can without straining our back. Both of our hands towards Srimataji and not falling down, so we can absorb the vibrations from Srimataji. Let us now take our complete attention on top of our head, a couple of inches above our Sahasrara. Let us have that curiosity in our heart, that natural curiosity that we always had through our seeking, to rise above our Sahasrara, to rise above all thoughts, all confusions and delusions. Let us take our complete attention a couple of inches above our head. If we are feeling warm, let us forgive. Let us not allow anybody to dominate us through anger or through any negative feelings for them. Srimati Ji, with all our heart, I forgive everybody, including myself. Srimati Ji, please cleanse the path of our ascent. Please remove all obstacles in our ascent, and please take us higher. Let us keep our attention on what we feel on our Sahasrara. Any kind of opening, any type of movement, or an upward pull. We can even try to put back our head a bit and see what difference it makes. Srimati Ji, please remove all badhas that try to bend us down. Srimati Ji, please give us our complete yoga with you. Let us see if we can be in that thoughtless awareness for a couple of seconds. Now in this connection with Srimati Ji on our Sahasrara, let us also see what is the state of vibrations on our hands. Let us not pay attention or come down because of any catches or any chakras that we might feel. Let us remember all chakras are in Sahasrara and all deities are in Srimati Ji. So if we are feeling anything, let us surrender that to Srimati Ji on Sahasrara at the lotus feet of Srimati Ji. Srimati Ji, please take us all higher. Please give us the highest for which we received our self-realization in the first place. Let us now have a pure desire that the vibrations that we are feeling on top of our head may spread all around us. We can use this method to vibrate our homes, to vibrate our workplaces, to vibrate our city, our country, to vibrate a certain place which has some problems or negative vibrations. Let us try to do that today. Let us take our complete attention above Sahasrara and have this desire that Srimati Ji, please make us your instruments so we can spread your vibrations everywhere we go. Let us pray to Shri Mataji here. Shri Mataji, verily you are Shri Ganesha. Please be awakened in each one of us in the form of Shri Ganesha. Shri Mataji, please protect and awaken our innocence. Please destroy all badhas that attack our innocence. Shri Mataji, by your grace, please let the principle of Shri Ganesha be awakened in our area, in our city, in our country. Let us keep our attention on top of our head. Let us make sure that our connection is there as we do this. If our Kundalini comes down, we can again keep our right hand on Sahasrara and pray to Shri Mataji to open our Sahasrara. So let us make sure our attention is above Sahasrara and we can still feel our connection with Shri Mataji. And with our attention a couple of inches above Sahasrara, let us recite the Bij mantra of Muladhara Chakra, Lam. We'll take a deep breath and let us recite Lam. Our attention above Sahasrara. Let us recite Lam. Lam. In complete thoughtless awareness, let us see what difference it makes in our vibrations as we recite Lam and invoke Shri Ganesha. Now that we are connected to Shri Mataji, we can now invoke Shri Ganesha. If we directly try to reach Shri Ganesha without opening our Sahasrara, we might experience that our Muladhara will start having problems even more. So let us make sure every time that we want to invoke Shri Ganesha or any deity, let us make sure our Sahasrara is open out. Let us make sure we have permission of Shri Mataji, and in that connection we invoke the deity with full recognition in our heart that deity is Shri Mataji herself. So once again, let us assume that Shri Mataji, verily you are Shri Ganesha. Please let us feel your vibrations in the form of Shri Ganesha. Again, with our attention couple of inches above our Sahasrara, let us recite Lam with a deep breath. Lam. Lam. Let's recite Lam once more. Let us take deep breath and then we'll recite Lam. Lam. Our attention on the vibrations that we are feeling, on our hands, on top of our head. Let us recite Lam one last time. Let us take a deep breath and Lam. Lam. keeping our attention on what we are feeling. Let us have this intense desire in our heart that Shri Mataji, by your grace, please destroy all negativity, all badhas that are anti-Shri Ganesh. Shri Mataji, by your grace, please destroy all badhas that are attacking the innocence of Sahajogis and of the seekers. Shri Mataji, by your grace, please spread your vibrations through us. Let us keep our attention above Sahasrara. Let us see if we can expand our attention in the area that we are in right now, in complete thoughtless awareness. And keeping our attention a couple of inches above our Sahasrara, let us collectively recite the Ganpati Atharva Shirsha. Our attention on vibrations and our connection on Shri Mataji, so that with our collective desire, may this work out the protection of innocence, of Sahajogis and of seekers, and the destruction of all anti-Muladhara, all anti-Shri Ganesha activities around us. Let us collectively recite the Ganpati Atharva Shirsha. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Namaste Ganpataye. Tvameva Pratyaksham Tattvamasi. Tvameva Kevalam Kartasi. Tvameva Kevalam Dhartasi. Tvameva Kevalam Hartasi. Tvameva Sarvam Khalvidam Brahmasi. Tvam Sakshadatmasi Nityam. Ritam Vachmi Satyam Vachmi. Avatvam Mam Avavaktaram. Avashrotaram. Avadataram. Avadhataram. Avanucharam. Avashisham. Avapashchattat. Avapurastat. Avottarattat. Avadakshinattat. Avachordhvattat. Avadharattat. Sarvato mam pahi pahi samantat. Tvam vangmayastvam chinmayah. Tvam anandamayastvam brahmamayah. Tvam Satchidananda Advitiyosi. Tvam Pratyaksham Brahmasi. Tvam Jnanamaya Vidyayosi. Sarvam Jagdidam Tvatto Jayate. Sarvam Jagdidam Tvattastishtati. Sarvam Jagdidam Tvayi Layam Meshati. Sarvam Jagdidam Tvayi Pratyeti. Tvam Bhumirapo Nalo Napah. Tvam Chatvari Vakpadani. Tvam Gunatrayatitah. Tvam Dehatrayatitah. Tvam Kalatrayatitah. Tvam Mooladharasthityosi Nityam. Tvam Shakti Trayatmakah. Tvam Yogino Dhyayanti Nityam. Tvam Brahma, Tvam Vishnu, Tvam Rudra, Tvam Indra, Tvam Agni, Tvam Vayu, Tvam Surya, Tvam Chandrama, Tvam Brahma Bhur Bhuvah Swarom Ganadim Purvamucharya Varnadi Tadanantaram Anusvaraha Paratarah Ardhendulasitham Tarenduddham Etattavamanuस्वरूपam Gakaraha Purvarupam Akaro Madhyamrupam Anusvarashchantirupam Bindu Ruttararupam Nadaha Sandhanam Sahita Sandhihi Saisha Ganeshavidya Ganaka Rishihi Nichrut Gayatri Chandaha Ganpatir Devata Om Gam Ganapataye एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ती प्रचोदयात्। एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं पाशमङ्कुशधारिणं रदं च वरदं हस्तैर्बिभ्राणं मूषकध्वजं रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैः सुपूजितं भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणमच्युतम् आविर्भूतं च सृष्ट्यादौ प्रकृतेः पुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायति यो नित्यं सह योगी योगिनां वरः। नमो व्रातपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमथपतये नमस्ते अस्तु लम्बोदराय एकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमः। साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। We'll observe that as soon as we take our attention beyond ourselves on the greater purpose of why we have received our self-realization, we start seeing that all our problems that we think are big are actually very small and have no power at all to stop us from connecting with Srimataji. As soon as we put our attention on bigger problems, we start feeling more vibrations. We start feeling our connection has become stronger. So let us try this. Let us practice this. That as soon as we think that something is pulling us down, let us take our attention on the bigger things in the divine workout. Let us pray to Srimataji here that Srimataji, please awaken the Ganesh Tattva in all Sahajogis so that their pure relationship of brother and sisterhood can work out, that we can really support each other and protect each other against the attacks on their innocence. Let us continue to be in meditation above Sahasrara at the lotus feet of Srimataji. We are now going to listen to an audio of Srimataji. Let us have this desire in our hearts that Srimataji, please awaken the ability to listen to your words through our Sahasrara.
Today, I just thought that there are quite a lot of people who have come for the first time, and I should tell them about the significance of puja. Because as the Western style of life is, that they are meant to be like this, to seek something outside, to go outside, find out new ways and methods to grow outside. Now, this is the knowledge of your roots, knowledge through which you receive your nourishment. is not known to you before. This knowledge is not known to you before and was not deliberately told, because you are supposed to grow outside. Now when you have to go inside, then you have to understand the divine laws and divine methods, how it works out. The puja has a significance. From ancient times, the saints described them, because in India, the whole climate is such that you can live under a tree, live in a forest, no problem, can eat fruits, and very happily you could be in a forest. There's no need to have a bed or anything, it's so warm and nice. You can always enjoy the bliss of a forest. And thus many people went into the forest and started thinking, looking at the whole world from that solitude. What's the problem with human beings? Why are we here? What should we do? What's the purpose of this human life? Why God has given us this beautiful human life? They started thinking about it. And that's how they went into meditative positions, meditative entry within themselves. And when they started meditating, they found out all about Kundalini, about chakras, and the deities that reside on them. Now these deities have resided from eternal times. We can say in the abode of God. They have all resided there. And then they were reflected on this earth and they incarnated just to give us a better and better awareness. We could have avoided all this. It could have been very easy if we had listened to God at the time of Adam and Eve. At the time of Adam and Eve, it was told that you should not eat the fruit of knowledge. Now that was not the fruit of the true knowledge, but the fruit of knowledge was the knowledge about the matter, the knowledge about things. So, as you know, the story is satanic forces worked. They lured both of them and they started developing themselves on the other side. That's how we made a mistake. That's why it is called as original sin. And that original sin has brought us to this brink now, and we have to go back. We have to go back within ourselves to find our roots. And that's why to improve on their mistakes and to improve on their ignorance. That's how the first ignorance was set in. The darkness of ignorance was set in because of that mistake. And then from darkness we had to come to human stage. And when we have to come to human stage, we have to pass through all those different various stages of life where incarnations had to take place. So now, as you know very well, that we have incarnations placed within our centers which are not yet awakened. That means they are not in our attention. They are not to be felt in our central nervous system, or we cannot feel them on our fingertips, to be very, very simple. So they are there, but they are not acting according to our desire. We do not know them and they do not listen to us. They do what is right for them or what they think is proper. You have no connection with them so far. So the first thing is to connect yourself with those different stages through which we have passed. So the first, as you know, is the Ganesha stage. It is innocence. Innocence, the formless of innocence was made into Sri Ganesh. Because some nucleus has to emit that innocence. Now in the whole world, there are 8 such creations of the Mother Earth, and luckily they are in Maharashtra. You'll find Maharashtrian people on the whole are innocent compared to others. They are rather innocent by nature. And the reason is from the Mother Earth only the innocence is emitted. So the first thing is that within us to establish innocence, we have to worship Sri Ganesh. So when you worship me as Sri Ganesh, the Sri Ganesha within you is awakened. You will see the result of that. So the people who are suffering, say, from the trouble of all these perversions, these modern diseases that have come, must establish their Sri Ganesh. If they cannot establish their Sri Ganesh, they cannot be cured. So their innocence has to be first established. If we cannot establish their innocence, we cannot cure them. First and foremost thing is to establish Sri Ganesh. And Sri Ganesh is made out of the Mother Earth element. So by praying to Sri Ganesha, we also establish it in a city, in a place like this place now is San Francisco, where I came here first. We had no puja, nothing. That's why the whole thing was just touch and go. I couldn't go deep into people, I couldn't go deep into the place, and so I didn't know how I'll be able to manage, because there is no education on this. People are not educated about it. But in India, immediately the first thing is puja. They will not come to my lecture, they will not come to anything. First is puja. If there's a puja, everybody is getting up at 4 o'clock, having a bath, getting ready to come to puja, because they know the importance of it. That your essence is awakened by it. Essence is awakened, and to awaken the essence, you have to be there at a place where this is done, so that your essence is awakened. Now the trouble is, with ego-oriented society, it's very difficult to tell them about puja. They find it difficult. That's why we do not allow everyone to come to puja, for one reason, because as soon as they see something happening, their ego starts up, you see. And instead of it doing anything to them, the barrier is so much that I can't just do anything about it. The barrier is too much in their ego. They have their own ideas, their own conceptions, their own feelings, and it's impossible to penetrate deep into them. So it's a waste. And if you cannot receive the vibrations, I feel the pain in my own centers, because the deities, you see, get so annoyed and they don't like it, and they think that why Mother should waste their energy with these people who do not understand about puja. So I want to prepare you beforehand that you keep yourself open. Don't allow your ego to come up. It's nothing for me to gain, it is for you to gain. Keep your minds open. The trouble is, at the time of this Sahasrara opening, his brain, everybody's brain is upside down. It's impossible. You try to turn it and they jump on you. It's a big problem for me. It's the biggest problem, because all other incarnations came, they didn't have to do this difficult work of making you something. Just it was to awaken within you a awareness, like Christ had to awaken your Agyachak. Alright, He's crucified Himself for the same reason, He resurrected Himself for the same reason. It was a very hard life for Him, and for the Mother it was even worse, no doubt. But still, one should know that this is a very hazardous thing, to transform people and then to establish them and create out of these little seeds a huge big tree of a saint. Now in the same way, we have got Moses, we have got Abraham. All these great saints are within in our world. They are the gurus. And on a Guru Puja, when you worship me on a Guru Puja day, that time these are awakened within you, and you become a master. You become yourself a guru. You yourself know so much. Even I don't have to tell you, I don't think I have talked to people very much in private or explained to things. But somehow they have become so much full of knowledge that's rather surprising how they understand. Like I was talking to Yogi Mahajan, and he was telling me what's the problem is with human beings, and you see, he was telling me how we cannot relate to them and all. It was interesting, because my father did the same to me. I said that he's my first guru and all of you are my second gurus. Because I don't understand human beings. See, for example, this homosexual business, when Gregor, with very great reluctance, he told me through somebody else, I really fainted, actually couldn't understand what's happened to them. Now what am I to do? And I couldn't eat my food for 1 week. I felt so bad about the whole thing, like my own children were not. If you have a heart of an intense mother, you can understand what she feels about it. And I knew they are in for trouble. I knew everything is going to be very, very hazardous. But it doesn't matter. By God's grace, everything will be all right. I'm sure it will work out. So first we have to establish Sri Ganesha. First of all, we have to establish Sri Ganesha within ourselves, and Sri Ganesha in this place called San Francisco. Alright? That's why we have to first do the Sri Ganesha's puja. Then secondly, I told him that if possible we should do little bit of Sri Vishnu's, because he is the one who gives us evolutionary power by which we can evolve ourselves and evolve others. So we have a little time for Sri Vishnu's puja. Also they do havanas and all that for Sri Vishnu's puja, which is very good to clear the atmosphere sort of thing. But we'll do next year all these things, perhaps maybe, because just now we don't have all those arrangements. But that would be a very good idea too. And then thirdly, they want to do the power, the puja of the Shakti, the mother, because unless and until you have power, even if all the deities are there, you'll be exhausted, you won't be able to work it out. So the third is of your own power, of your Kundalini, of the power that is going to work out this divine work. That's how we have three puja. But none of you should get into an ego trip. Please keep your ego on one side. Just now see for yourself how it works within yourself. You start feeling good, you start feeling better vibrations, and you start feeling much better and healthier within yourself. So just keep yourself open. It is you who has to achieve something, not me. I don't have to achieve anything. So you better make use of me, because I'm here only for today and then I'll go away. So make best use of me, and that's why I said as many as possible try to call the people over here will be a good idea. May God bless you.
Let us be in meditation, in our complete connection with Shri Mataji. Let us remain in thoughtless awareness for a couple more minutes.
Sarvangi sundaruti shendurachi शांति जल के माल मुक्ता फलंची जय देव जय मंगलमूर्ति दर्शन मात्रे मान कामना पूर्ति जय देव जय मंगलमूर्ति दर्शन मात्रे मान कामना पूर्ति Radna Kachita Fara Tuza Gauri Kumara Chandana Chiyuti Kumkum Keshera Hire Jadita Mukuta Shobar Tobara Runjundino Pure Chani Gagaria Jai Deva Jai Mangalamurti Darshan Matre Man Kamala Purti Jai Deva Jai Mangalamurti Darshan Matre Man Kamala Purti Lambodar Pitambar Fanibar Vandana Sarel Sundavakrat Hunda Trinayana Dasramachavat Pai Sadana Sankashte Pavave Survar Vandana Jai Deva Jai Mangalamurti Darshan Matre Man Kamana Purti Jai Deva Jai Mangalamurti Darshan Matre Man Kamana Purti Jai Deva Jai Mangalamurti Darshan Matre Man Kamana Purti Jai Deva Jai Mangalamurti Darshan Matre Man
Slowly open her eyes and look at Shrimataji again. Keeping our attention still above our Sastraya, on our connection. With all the intensity in our heart, let us offer this collective prayer to Shrimataji. That Shrimataji, tirelessly, verily you traveled all around the world, vibrating different places for your children to grow there, awakening the Ganesh Tattva of all those places. Shrimati, we all pray to you at your divine lotus feet to awaken all these vibrations that have gone into the Mother Earth through the touch of your divine lotus feet at all places. And let this Ganesh Tattva be awakened. Shrimati, please make us all your divine instruments so that we can all ourselves also be those carriers of your vibrations. So collectively to Namaskar to Shrimati. Thank you, Shrimati, for giving us our self-realization and for giving us this higher awareness. Shrimati, please bless us all with depth in our connection with you in each meditation. Jai Shrimati. These vibrations, let us collectively raise our Kundalini and take Bandhan. Without any rush, with our attention on our Mother Kundalini and the vibrations in our hands. With all respect towards these vibrations, let us take Bandhan and keep ourselves in complete protection of Shrimati. Let's make sure our attention is settled above Sahasrara. The Bandhan around us has been made and we can feel that protection around us. Let us try to sustain our connection with Shrimati as much as we can. Jai Shrimati.